Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Oh my gosh, what is going on with my voice? I swear I don't got the Ronas. We just got some bad allergies going on in my area. I swear, I swear, I swear. Well, we're gonna go back to Zendikar. You know, we burned up all of our Commander Legends, so we still have a few of the boxes of Zendikar Rising we never did because we, started doing the Commander Legends. So we're gonna go ahead and finish those out. We have just this box and then a collector's box, and then we'll see what we open up from there. But we'll get into it. Now, normally I have like a little computer next to me to show me, this card is, the top or whatever. But we don't have none of that. So we're just gonna go through here. We're just gonna, go at our own pace. We're gonna try to get this done as quick as possible. But when it comes to the value, I have no idea what we're looking at here. So that's not our thingy there. Uncommon. Oh, we did get a rare though. Going back to the flip lands, actually, I still think that, those are some really awesome cards to get. Now the question is though, for the list cards, are we going to be getting anything juicy out of that? That's the real question. Now I do like those art cards. I'm going to assume that we don't have any commons or uncommons worth anything. Now I just remembered that, they have all this weird crap where the commons uncommons go back and forth. And Zareth, probably not worth very much, unfortunately. Oh, we did get a demigod though. That is actually one of our D-list cards. Probably not what we're looking for that. If I'm gonna guess, that's probably like a quarter or something like that. So we're gonna have to pick up some steam, I think, here. We're gonna have to see if we can get anything juicy. Now, I don't know if anybody looks at, the spoilers or anything like that, but I'm just gonna say, you know what, for the new set, Kalheim, or however you say it, I'm not particularly impressed. Now, before you start hating on me, I'm just gonna say, you know what, I think, the idea of doing the warriors and the like all of that stuff, I think is really cool. But I just feel like for me, it's not really my speed. I'd say out of the entire set, there's only like a few handful of cards that. Oh, actually, that's a pretty decent card. We'll just throw that up there, Mythic number 1. But I feel like for me, like the card that excites me the most out of the set is probably Vorinclex. I'd say the next one would maybe be the White God. And then it kind of just goes down from there. So at least of the spoilers, at least as the filming of this video, not particularly impressed with the set. However, I did notice on, I use MTG spoiler or magic spoiler, whatever you want to call it. I did see that they actually have the time warp that they're gonna, revamp that for a set. And I know they only have 4 cards, so I mean, we can't really, say anything based off the set yet. But I'm just gonna say, at least off of the 4 cards that they showed for the spoiler, I am very excited to do that set. I mean, I think, looking over the cards, like picking cards for decks and stuff like that, I'd say like the Time War cards to me, like it always seemed like it would have been an extremely fun like set to open up. So I'm excited to, actually be able to have something like that. It's just kind of like whenever it comes to the unsets, they redid the unstable, and I thought that was really cool to be able to open an unset. Oh, we did get the Is It flip land though. Pretty penny right there. So we'll see, how that ends up. But again, at least out of those first 4 cards, I'm expecting it to be some very, very hype around it. I mean, I just feel like Time Warp, it's almost like this for say, where like these boxes, at least if they do it the same way they did the old version, where, you have a chance of getting, an old reprinted card. And I think, that is probably one of the main reasons why they're bringing Time Warp back. Because I feel like people are going to be a little bit more acceptive of, reprinting cards like this if they do it in like a Time Warp manner. Because I feel like doing them in the set boosters like this, it's cool and all, but I feel like, it's not really, like, to me, it doesn't really work out very well. Especially, one thing that really makes me mad is how these are out of order. I mean, it's so aggravating to have to go through these and filter them out like that while we're opening. So, I mean, at least as far as I'm aware, the Time Warp hopefully should fix that if they're, you know, cross our fingers. I honestly don't know. But it would be nice, you know, if they actually did do that. And the Agadeem. We're actually not looking... Oh, Squirrel Mob. That's actually not a bad card right there. I was about to say we aren't really hitting anything special other than our mythics. But Squirrel Mob is actually probably a couple bucks. But I still think, you know, overall, I think we're just kind of hitting low tier right now. Also on top of that, you know, I don't really know what the prices of this set are. Again, because I couldn't pull up my laptop. So we're just going to have to go based off of, you know, cards from whenever we opened before. Lotus Cobra was a couple bucks. I'm sure that a lot of these cards, though, have already gone down in value, mainly because, you know, supply getting out there and all of this and that and yada yada. So like I'm saying, you know, this card's good, this card's bad, but, you know, anything could have technically changed between the last couple months of actually opening this set. We did get the Orza flip land and the Nighthawk Scavenger, and then just a common foil right there. And the Glasspool Mimic, I remember that actually had at least $1 on it. See if it still has that kind of value or not. Now, you know, one thing, I'll go ahead and ask y'all what y'all think. When it comes to the gaming, I've been playing Phasmophobia lately because, you know, I actually like really enjoy the game and this and that. But I did actually order something to give me a little bit better setup so we can get y'all a little bit better content on that. So I'll go ahead and ask y'all, like, what kind of games do y'all want to see me play? I'm just curious, you know, like what y'all want to see. I want to make sure that I'm putting out content that, you know, people will actually want to come see and come back and whatnot. Long story short, the Saber Ants, another really old card right there, old border. I'm thinking we either continue with the Phasmophobia train and or maybe start like Minecraft server / Let's Play or something like that. I'm also interested if like anybody has any good like horror game stuff that y'all would want to watch. I'm kind of a scaredy pants, so it probably will be pretty fun to watch that. And like I said, you know, we have a better setup, so I think it'll be overall more enjoyable for me and more enjoyable for y'all. And on top of that, we might even start doing some Valorant, I think, if y'all guys want to watch that. Because one of the main reasons of me not playing Valorant, other than, you know, when I was doing those tournaments or whatever, was, you know, I didn't have like a separate monitor from my gaming laptop. So I had to use a literal like 65-inch TV to play off of as my second monitor. And it was awful. And I felt like at some points I felt like it did affect my gameplay, and other points, you know, I felt like it kind of enhanced it. So it kind of worked a little bit against me, a little bit for me, but I feel like overall I felt like it worked against me. So I'm excited. It should come in the day of this video going up, so we can record something like next weekend of whatever y'all want to suggest, and then we can go from there. And I think, you know, I think that will be enjoyable for y'all, enjoyable for me. And on top of that, we did get a Zendikar human ally there. On top of that, I am looking into, you know, microphones and like everything else, you know, to get better quality overall. It is coming. I don't know how long it's going to take, because, you know, you have to think some of this equipment is not cheap. I think like my monitor, I spent like 600 bucks on, for like a decent monitor. I didn't want to, you know, cheap out on something that would only last me, you know, maybe a month and have to replace it, or it becomes so outdated, yet this and that. So I wanted to make sure, you know, get something that actually had good quality to it. And the same thing with the microphone. You know, I think I have found like a good quality microphone, and, you know, a lot of other good quality stuff, but again, you know, it's not cheap, so y'all are just gonna have to stick it out, and we'll slowly, you know, get the equipment we need over time. Tanjiro though. Wait, did we get 2 rares? Okay. 3 rares. Full rare there. A little bit surprised by that. Oh, you know what? One game that I can't believe I haven't even thought about asking y'all about this. Now that I mentioned, I literally just blanked out on the name. But I am curious what y'all would think about me playing. I can't even think of the name. I'll throw the name up right there. But I'm literally like, there's this game that's basically Among Us that's like pirate themed. And I really think that would be an awesome game to play. If, you know, we can, you know, commit to it, I think I can maybe get some of my play group to get on that too. And I think that would be, you know, extra beans on top. So I guess we'll just have to see with that. But I don't know, if you guys want to see it, I can really start trying to throw that together and, you know, see what we can do for that. But I think that the game is really awesome. I've seen Omrecker play it, and I feel like that it looks really fun. It looks pretty chaotic. It is still like an early release, so they're still, you know, working on actually, you know, changing stuff and throughout it. And the game is not going to be the same at, like, if we were to play it now compared to release. But I still think that, you know, the game itself will be, I think it'll be fun to play, even, you know, even though they're still trying to work out a couple of kinks. I still think the game itself is absolutely worth it. Otherwise, I wouldn't actually be bringing it up right now. So we'll just have to see, you know, how that actually turns out. And I guess you guys just let me know down in the comments, and then we'll go from there. And the Crawling Barrens. And then just a full comment. You know what? I totally forgot about our expedition land here. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. But I will say, at least we did get an expedition land. I did not forget, Wizards, about the time you did not give me an expedition land. And the Spire Garden. I mean, it is what it is. It's not terrible, but it is definitely not, you know, those fetch lands, which, you know, I wish we would be hitting for that. Oh, there's our little signed card. Awesome artwork on that. That's the Hydra. Unfortunately, though, the Hydra is not worth over $1 anymore. I feel like Hydras just are cool cards themselves to play with. Like, I love playing with Hydras, but I just feel like, you know, the value over the long run just never is there. I don't think they've ever, like, held their value for that long, except for, I think, Hydra Crisis. Was that? I know it was like something and a jellyfish. I think it was maybe shark and jellyfish. But I feel like overall, like, you know, Hydras just are cool cards, but I think there's only like a very small handful of Hydras that are actually still over $1. But they definitely are significantly lower value than when the set actually first came out. So I don't know. Maybe Wizards just needs to make like some really absolutely busted Hydras. And then Hydras, you know, maybe the prices will jump up, question mark. But we would just have to see for that. I mean, I doubt that they would ever make an absolutely busted Hydra. But, I mean, this is Wizards we're talking about. They're starting to print even more spicy stuff every single year. So it's not, you know, out of the realm of possibility. But I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see for the future. But I feel like then if they're printing like a super spicy Hydra, that at that point, you know, they're going to be printing other spicy stuff that other people are going to want to play over Hydras. So I guess Hydras are kind of always just, you know, left in the dust. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, they're still kind of fun to play with. Oh, see a Gate Restoration, though. We're only 4 mythics in. I mean, I'd say this box is kind of garbage, to be honest. I mean, we got, you know, 4 of our insert cards there. We only got 4 mythics. Our box topper's kind of crap, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and say, you know, this is probably like a 3 or 4 out of 6 box. I mean, out of 10. I mean, I've seen a few cards like the Skyclave there. But overall, I mean, I just feel like we have not hit our value for this. But, oh, the moon mists. Interesting, interesting. All right, well, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a very good rest of your day. And you know how to support the channel if you want to.